Well, it's Christmas time. Isn't that a fun time of year? But it means different things to different people. For some, it's the beautiful decorations, like we're all decorated here this week. For others, it's the food, the presents, the time off from real life to just spend together with your family. But sometimes we really tend to romanticize it, like the Currier and Ives snow scenes or the Budweiser commercials with the Clydesdales going through town. We kind of forget that, well, Uncle Harry gets drunk and shows up late, and they bring these chimpanzee kids in that ride on your furniture and all of that. Sometimes the holidays are a huge time of conflict, disagreement, overcrowding. My dad used to say it's a time of year where you get a bunch of people together who really don't know each other that well, jam them into a small space for way too long. He was fun at the holidays. Now, Tammy and Jose know a little something about holiday tension. Jose thinks Christmas is a pagan holiday. She calls him the ultimate Scrooge. In fact, one holiday, he pulled her present out of the dumpster. Take a look.
I abhor Christmas.
I am most definitely married to the Grinch and the Scrooge all rolled up into one.
I am a Grinch. I hate Christmas because it's too commercialized and it's a pagan holiday. I hate Christmas trees. I won't light up my house with decorative lights because it's expensive. The mistletoe, I can live without it. I hate the holiday parties.
My husband is the biggest cheapskate there is. One Christmas, my husband came home and he said, "Look what I got you." And it was a cute little stuffed animal deer. And I said, "That is so sweet." And he said, "You'll never believe it, I got it out of the dumpster."
It looked clean, so I figured, well, what the heck.
Christmas 2005, I asked for a silicone bakeware set and it cost about $30. When he came home, he bought me a very cheap pink set of bed sheets. He said, "We need bed sheets a whole lot more than you need silicone bakeware."
Am I stingy? It's a need versus a want.
In Christmas 2004, my husband gave me a card and I noticed that it had been taped together in the middle. He goes, "I found 2 old Christmas cards, so I cut them in half."
I actually pasted 2 cards together, put it in an envelope.
It made me feel absolutely worthless. Jose has no problem whatsoever buying things for himself. One year we decided that we were each going to get the other a gift and put a $25 limit on it. Instead of buying something for me, he found this truck for himself.
I'd rather pay my bills than buy presents. There's too many people with credit card debt because of the holiday. I believe that debt brings trouble.
When my husband behaves this way, it makes me feel like I'm worthless. This will be my 10-month-old daughter Selena's very first Christmas. He has spoiled a lot of Christmases for me. I don't want him spoiling any for Selena.
If it were up to me, I'd steal Christmas away and throw it far, far away from the annals of history.
Okay. Now, what's going on here? Is this a religious issue with you?
Religious and spiritual. It has to be.
Yeah.
I don't feel comfortable with the holiday season, Christmas, other than the Hanukkah, which brings more out to me of the Judaism and the Judeo-Christian values that I have within my heart.
How does he do on birthdays?
Birthdays, it doesn't matter what occasion it is, I don't get anything. This last birthday, I went out and I paid for my own dinner. And I took him out as well. And it was my birthday, and he says it's religious. I disagree. I think he's cheap and just using that. Religion is an excuse,
So,
Thank you.
but didn't you say you're a cheapskate?
Dr. Phil,
That's a yes or no question.
Yes.
No, I'm just curious. What's the religious/spiritual issue with birthdays?
Maybe I'm a cheapskate in that area with birthdays.
Not
but
that area, it's every
I'm
area.
not a little kid anymore, Dr. Phil. I have a little baby now. I love her with all my heart. But maybe I just hoard that money. I'm more wanting to save the money for my bills and paying my rent, whatever I need to.
Until he comes to buying a present for himself. Then he has no problem spending any money. You know, if he wants to buy himself something, the money just seems to be there, but if it comes to me, then we don't have enough to cover it.
Well, see, it's an ongoing thing here. We try to come to a happy
Apparently
medium.
it is. How are you on Valentine's Day and the Easter Bunny?
The Easter Bunny, don't even go there. DrPhil with the Easter Bunny.
I do color the Easter eggs with the grandchildren. I make the Easter baskets up. My oldest boys are 23 and 25. I make them Easter baskets. I love every aspect of it, every basket.
Well, all right, let's just talk about gifts. Let's forget the holiday and just talk about gifts. Tell me what goes through your mind. You said you're not a kid anymore. You're a grown man, right?
Right.
So what goes through a grown man's mind when he fishes a stuffed animal out of a dumpster, dusts it off, and goes and says, "Let me honor you with this"? What was your logic and reasoning in that?
I just have a hard time within my heart of hearts knowing that it's just so glamorized that they don't embrace the real truth meaning of Christmas, and that Christ is a true tree of life, not a tree.
Yeah, okay. Now answer my question.
Yeah.
That's a great speech. Don't get me wrong. But what goes through your mind when you're pulling a stuffed animal out of the dumpster to give to your wife? If you didn't want to spend money, you could have sat down and you could have written her a nice card or a letter or a poem or made a picture for the family. You could have done any number of things besides pull something. And that's not the only thing you've ever pulled out of a dumpster, is it?
That's correct.
No, it isn't. He's
You
pulled lots of
got a
stuff.
microwave
Yep.
out of a dumpster. What else did he get?
We have a microwave oven that we use that's out of the dumpster. He has all kinds of stuff out of the dumpster that he pulls out. We had a vacuum cleaner that he tried to fix and it blew dirt all over the place out of the dumpster. You know, we have everything.
Yeah.
I don't know, I just...
Cheap.
He has a new television.
Excuse me.
I heard that.
Excuse me. I have a cold. All right, I'm teasing him, but all right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, can Ebenezer Scrooge learn how to compromise and find some middle ground here? He's got a little daughter coming along and a wife who's noticing that he's cheap. We'll be right back.
For Christmas this year, I asked Jose for a Rachel Ray Fury knife set. My husband said he could find just as good as knives at the dollar store.
If I was wealthy, I would not buy a present because it's foolish to spend a lot of money on extravagant gifts and presents.
Well, Tammy and Jose married 8 years ago, and he hates Christmas. Now, he's only given her 3 Christmas gifts. A stuffed animal, which was a great dumpster find because it wasn't very dirty. A card that was recycled with tape, because some old Christmas cards, you like cut them in half and put them together, so he kind of made a Christmas card. And some pink, cheap bed sheets when you had said you wanted what?
I wanted a silicone bakeware set, and he brought the pink bed sheets home, and he goes, I said, well, what is this? And he goes, well, you need bed sheets a whole lot more than you need a silicone bakeware set. So that's what we got, and they actually felt like sandpaper, no joke. It was horrible.
Yeah, let me tell you, I'll just give you a little advice as someone that's a little further down the trail, because I've been married 31 years. Sir. And the way I got a little further into the mission was figuring out some do's and don'ts. On the don't list is you don't give her what you want her to have, you give her what she wants. Okay? And listen, I don't mean to at all make light of your religious, spiritual beliefs and differences. I think you're sincere about that to a degree. But that's over here. and your relationship is over here. Were you forthcoming with her about these anti-Christmas celebration beliefs before you got married? I assume, in the interest of disclosure, you sat down with her and said, now, by the way, when we get married, they're not going to be in this Christmas observance. We're going to have these garish lights and ridiculous trees and all of that. You talked to her about that before you got married?
Not a word.
No, I
Not
did
a
not.
word. No, he
I did
didn't.
not do that.
You forgot?
No,
I told
God, no,
him
no,
how
no.
I felt. I mean, I told him, I went to him and I said, this is how I feel. I love Christmas. I love Thanksgiving,
You
all the
were
holidays.
going to go tell her, but the
Well,
gas
I was
cost
going
too
to,
much
see
to
how-
drive over there?
No, Dr. Phil. Truthfully, I met her online on a Christian chat room. I was careful about it, but I talked
On a
to her,
Christian
and
chat
I didn't
room.
deceive her by any means.
Yeah.
Not at all. I was going to kind of.
Are you a Jew?
I am a Hispanic Jew. Yes,
On
sir.
a Christian chat room,
Yeah.
you met her?
Yes, yes, sir. But I'm not an Orthodox Jew. There's a difference, though,
Okay,
sir.
all right. But now, no, you're welcome on Christian websites. I'm happy to have you there.
Absolutely.
But at some point, you might have shared this with her, right?
I did after we got married.
Yeah.
After
Yeah.
you
No.
sealed the deal. Dr. Phil, I don't have any problem with respecting his beliefs. I
no,
want
that's
to
not-
honor
that's
him.
not-
But I have a problem when he spoils Christmas for everybody else, and he wants to honor God in doing that. How do you
Yeah.
honor God when you spend the entire day acting like a poop?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. You've been okay with accepting gifts. You've given him steel work boots, cologne sets,
Yes.
pants, shirts, ties, casual shoes, chess set, picture frames, DVDs, cards, not recycled, homemade cakes, binocular, train tickets,
Yes.
and you got pink bed sheets and a dumpster,
animal. Yes.
reindeer.
Dr. Phil, can I be honest here? I can't
don't know.
really, I can't really afford all these extravagant gifts and presents for my wife. I've seen people buy him a BMW for the spouse. I would not.
She
I
wanted
can't.
some pots.
Yes, I
And
know.
knives. That's
She
it.
wanted some
And,
knives
and I'm looking
pots.
for a happy medium here. And
Between a BMW and some knives and pots?
no, a happy medium with this Christmas season.
Okay, seriously, let me tell you what I think about this. Y'all want my advice, right?
Absolutely.
You want my opinion?
Yes,
Yes,
I
sir.
do.
Whether it's advice or not. My opinion is that this, like many things, Christmas is a lot about relationships. It's about finding a comfort zone for the family. If there are religious differences, which you knew before you got married, then you do a respectful observance of each person's religion. You support one another in your religious beliefs. You respect that on each side. But we're talking about the same behavior on birthdays, anniversaries, anything where you just simply aren't stepping up and honoring her. And she isn't looking for extravagant gifts. You're just setting up a paper tiger and then tearing it down. She's not looking for extravagant gifts. She wanted some pots and a knife. Okay, and you said, I need to find a happy median between a dumpster stuffed animal and a BMW. I would think pots and a knife are way in the direction. So here's the thing. You need to, you're still kind of new at this marriage thing, so let me just explain to you that you send a message with what you do of how you value her, what she means to you, how sensitive you are to what makes her happy. And if you don't have one dime to spend, you can still give her things on her birthday, her anniversary, or for Christmas that will absolutely light her up. We just had our 31st anniversary. Okay? Yeah. What did I give you for our 31st anniversary?
You gave me 31 long stem red roses, 31 chocolate covered strawberries, 31 chocolate kisses, and 31 gift certificates to 31 flavors ice cream.
And I did give her a 31 carat ring.
He did, but it was a ring of baby carrots, 31.
All right. So I probably didn't spend $10, $20, I don't know what it cost, but it certainly wasn't expensive. And at 31 years, I put some time and effort and energy and thought into it, and I got away with it. I mean, you appreciated it, right?
Oh, I absolutely loved it. I was crying. I loved it. It was beautiful.
Yeah, it was fun.
Oh, it was so much
We
fun.
just had fun, and she felt attended to, and she felt valued. This is about saying, what message am I sending to my wife? And you negotiate some middle ground. You don't have to, like, dress up like Santa and go around the neighborhood, but you can support her in celebrating her holiday, and you can support her on her birthday or anniversaries by putting some time and effort and energy into it. It's really not about the money.
You see this ring? I felt guilty about,
This one.
yeah.
Yeah,
I got that
I
for my
know.
anniversary.
Yeah, because you felt guilty about jerking her around for like 4 years,
He
right?
told me that
Longer.
was supposed to cover all of the holidays and things that he missed. So that was
Yeah.
$50 for 8 years.
Listen, you done good on this. No, seriously, that's a nice.
That- yeah, it was.
That
I
is
love
a
it.
nice observance.
I
But
love my wife.
ask yourself what message you're sending. Okay, I mean, will you just ask yourself what message you're sending when you make these decisions?
I don't want Selena to get the same message. I don't want our daughter being brought up, you know, thinking her daddy doesn't love her or doesn't, you know, I want her to enjoy and look
Well,
forward
of
to
course you do,
Christmas.
and
I
but you also want her to recognize the spiritual aspect, not just the commercial aspect of Christmas. So y'all negotiate and define that.
That would be great.
Okay, now listen, it is Christmas, and I like Christmas. I like giving gifts.
I do too.
So
I do love 'em.
now something that Tammy wanted for Christmas were some knives and some pots. So I want to give them to you. Okay? So see, this is a terrific little gift from my good friend Rachel Ray. This is like a really cool knife set.
Yeah.
Don't like attack him with it. Just
Can I hit him with one of those?
you can hit him with a pot.
Okay, thank you.
You can hit him with a pot. But now you have your pots and pans and
Thank you,
your
Dr.
knife.
Phil.
Now, there's nothing evil about that, is there?
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
I'm not saying it's evil in any way, shape, or form.
Okay. Now, I'll tell you something else I want to share with you guys. Now, Jose may not be the best gift giver in the world, but I think he's going to get better. But I happen to know a thing or two about making women happy around the holidays. And so do my friends at American Express. I have 2 of these, and I'm going to give one of these to you, and I'm going to hope that you spend $499.99 on her.
Yes, sir.
Okay? And I'm going to give you one just like it. Okay? So these are really, they're easy to use anywhere, and if you don't know what to get somebody, these are great. So it's just a way of personally wishing somebody a really special holiday. In fact, I'm going to keep this one. Okay? So look, I understand it's about relationships, but y'all just negotiate this and work it out.
I will.
Respect his position and beliefs,
do.
but understand you send a message with your behavior, even if it's a behavior of omission.
Yes, sir.
Okay? Think it through? All right, next, screaming and cursing at holiday dinner. Holiday spirit left the next family we're going to talk to a long time ago. We're going to try to figure out why there's so much tension. We'll be right back. Well, 'tis the season, and for some families, that's a great time of year for togetherness and sharing, gift giving, religious observances. But for some families, it can be a time of tension, strife, and conflict. Now, Gary has tried to hold a family of 7 living members together after his mother's death. But gossip, jealousy, fighting has kept them apart, especially during the holidays. Now, we're here with Gary, his father Albert, and daughters Ray Jean and Cheryl. Now, this is all about tension. It's all about coming together and getting in each other's way. Take a look.
Our family's in turmoil. The last time we got together for Christmas was in 2002.
When we do get together, fights break out. My dad would think because it was a holiday, that was an excuse to drink a little bit too much. Things really changed after my mom died. I feel like my dad should have stepped in and been the father that we needed when my mother passed away. My dad always acts like, oh, poor pitiful me. Granted, he's lost his son and his wife, but you have to pick up the pieces and go on.
I was very shocked to find out that Regine didn't love her mother. This has caused a coldness toward Regine.
My dad does accuse Regine of being a little bit of a troublemaker.
I believe that selfishness plays a big part. My son Gary and I are very close. Tanya, my daughter-in-law, has been exceptionally good to me. I spend so much time with them because it makes me feel better.
It's the relationship that Tanya and my father have that's creating the conflict in the family.
My siblings are jealous of my wife, and they take it out on her.
I was always Dave's little girl, and I loved it.
I mean, I did anything to be with my dad. I would go to church, sing songs on the radio.
My sister-in-law Tanya did move in and take the role. After my mom died, my father had given things that had a lot of meaning to us to my sister-in-law Tanya.
My wife received 4 pieces of costume jewelry. She stated that if they wanted any of it, they could have it back.
My dad has never gone out of his way for my children. He always felt like the kid should go to him. It should never be the adult going to the kid.
My daughters don't call me. I would like to have them call and come to my house. I think that would be nice.
Feels like I lost my father.
My biggest wish would be for us just to be reunited as a whole.
I would give anything to have my family back to where they were when my wife was here.
If my mom were alive today, she wouldn't believe this is the same family.
I mean, what happens when you guys get together at Christmas? I mean, isn't this kind of where you just kind of come in and set agendas aside and everybody just relaxes and enjoys the holidays? But it doesn't work that way for you. Why not?
We had a lot of fun during the holidays, all the way up until the time my wife went to the hospital. My wife did everything. She made the holiday such a big thing, and there was no turmoil whatsoever.
'Cause she put up lights and she decorated. She did everything. It's just really neat and special, right?
She was huge on that. I think there's so many different personalities in our family. My mom could control that, and just the holidays is one of those events where there's an obligation to get together because it's the holidays. So throughout the year, you don't get together because maybe you don't choose to get together. In the holidays, everybody gets to get together.
We wanted to be happy around the holidays, and my dad brought us down because he was always so depressed. And negative. I mean, we love him, but he just brought us down, and we didn't want to be depressed. We tried to be happy. And
yeah, because he didn't just lose his wife. Y'all lost your mother.
Right.
And that was the biggest thing, too, yeah.
But
That was the big
y'all don't
thing.
think he really appreciated that fact?
I don't feel like he stepped in and been the father that we needed when we lost our mother. I think it was, now we have Dad to deal with, and Dad was so negative and down and depressed, and it was like anything I did for him wouldn't make him happy, and what he always did was drag me over to Tanya's. Well, I didn't want to go to Tanya's. I wanted to spend time with my dad.
All right, well, we're going to add Tanya to the conversation in just a second. Now, Regine thinks the biggest part of the problem is the fact that her dad does favor Tanya. So we'll see what she has to say when we come back.
Regine tried to reach out to my dad on Thanksgiving. He thought she was trying to attack him, and it kind of turned into an argument.
I would not be too proud to admit that I have made mistakes.
It's been about 30 years since I really remember my dad going up to me and hugging me or kissing me.
Well, we're here with a family who hasn't spent Christmas together in what will be 5 years coming up now. Sisters Regine and Cheryl are here, Dad Albert and brother Gary. Now, Gary's wife Tanya is on the phone, and she is the one that some say you favor. Tanya, are you there?
Yes, I am.
All right, so you're married to Gary, and you guys are very involved with Albert, correct?
Yes, we are.
Is this a competition kind of thing, or how did this evolve?
I don't feel as though it's a competition. I am here as my husband's wife, who has a father who lives 1 mile away, who does come over. As far as the pot goes that I just heard about the pot, I don't even know what pot she's talking about.
Cheryl, do you and Regine have a problem with Tanya? I mean, do y'all not like one another? Do you have a history that just creates difficulty? What's the problem?
I personally like Tanya. I think she's great for my brother Gary, but I definitely think that It's like that's my dad's daughter, and we're the daughter-in-laws. He definitely favors Tanya over us girls.
Do you favor
I
Tanya
think,
over your own daughters?
really, the only place I go is from my condominium over to Gary's because, you know, the children, the grandchildren, and I spend time with the grandchildren, and I think that causes jealousy.
I don't think there's anything wrong with being close to Gary and Tanya and the grandkids, but do you accept responsibility for the relationship with your daughters?
I do accept the responsibility, and I feel at this point it's been too long. I'd like to do something if it's only me that makes the action. Gary, my son, has already initiated all his effort to try to get this family together for the holidays.
I mean, you got everybody here, right?
Yeah, try, you know.
Yeah. So, I mean, you're making an effort. Somebody's making an effort here, so there must be something. We got to take a break. When we come back, I want to talk about what I think's really going on and if there really is hope for the holidays for this family, and should there be? I mean, is this an obligation? I mean, are we expected to say, okay, it's Christmas, we got to march over there and make nice, or should we accept the fact that sometimes we just don't have the relationships to carry it? We're going to talk about that honestly when we come back.
I think my family holds a prima donna position in this whole coming to see my dad thing. They're always welcome at my dad's house.
We just don't even get together anymore because it's an awkward feeling. I mean, you would think he only had one son and 3 grandchildren.
It's unfair to my dad because he is the same guy he's been forever. I think they're expecting more out of him than he is.
Well, Gary wrote into the show saying that he wished his family could spend the holidays together like they did when his mother was alive. But some of the siblings say, look, we just don't get along. Now, the question that you have to really wonder about and that you have to deal with here is, I mean, should you force it if it's just not there? I mean, it comes time for Christmas, and that's a time that traditionally you think about families getting together, forgetting about work, forgetting about everything, and just kind of reuniting as a family. But if there's just simply not the relationship in the other 11 months of the year, then is it going to work at Christmas? I mean, should you really force this, Gary? I mean, your mother's gone. She pulled it together. You're not her.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't do everything that she did. Should you just accept the fact that there are some issues here and that's just the way it is?
That was one of the questions that I had. Should you get together if it is chaos? That was one of the questions that I couldn't answer. I tried to pull things together, but that was one of the things I didn't know.
Let me answer that for you. Let me answer that for you. Okay, if I'm sitting home, okay, and it's rolling around Christmas time and I got a choice, okay, I can stay home with my wife and kids and be happy and healthy and productive and peaceful, or we can all load up and drive across the country and go into a war zone. I believe I'm just going to stay home. I mean, come on, common sense is not common enough anymore. If you can't get along, then, and it really is important to you, then you ought to be working on it the other 11 months of the year. You don't just, and I also believe that Christmas is a time where there has to be boundaries. If there's, and I'm not saying you and Regine have a problem at all, but for example, let's say that there's just things about him that just bug you no end. Christmas ain't the time to bring those up at dinner time. Pass the Jell-O salad, and by the way, you pissed me off. That's just not the way you know, if it's a problem in December, it's a problem in July. Take it up in July when it's fireworks, you know, do it on July 4th. But this isn't the time to do that at Christmas. You gotta have boundaries. You just gotta go in and say, look, whatever, if we're going to be together, we're just going to be in the moment. We're not going to talk about who said what to who last month, last week, last year. We're just going to be in the moment and appreciate each other with no snide remarks, no accusations, no argument. If it's an issue that needs resolution, it will need resolution in the second week of January. You don't have to do it in December. And if you can't respect those boundaries, then you shouldn't get together. Absolutely, unequivocally no. Do not force it. Don't force it. And you have my permission not to force it. And everybody just needs to decide. We're either going to get together and act like happy, civilized people, or we just need to excuse ourselves. Is that a sad situation? Yes. If it bothers you, work on it the other 11 months of the year, but the time to try to fix your problems is not at Christmas. It's just not at Christmas. Don't force it. Either go for it with boundaries or don't do it at all. Can you accept that?
I can accept that.
Can you accept that?
I can accept that.
You don't know how much longer you're going to have him. And in fact, he may outlive you 10 years. You don't know. We never know how long we're going to have the people we love. And oftentimes, if we knew, we'd be a lot better stewards of the time we had. So either play by some civilized rules or don't force it. Okay, next. Robin and I are involved in something every year that really kicks off the holiday season for us. We're going to tell you what it is when we come back. Well, we're talking about the holidays today, and Robin and I are happy to announce that we are returning for the 4th year in a row to host a show called Christmas in Washington. It is an amazing concert every year. Now, at the concert, there are all kinds of amazing talents. R&B superstar Neo, country star Alan Jackson, High School Musical's Vanessa, Hudgens, and pop star Katherine, McPhee.
The show benefits National Children's Medical Center, and we were proud to be a part of it. Here's a behind-the-scenes look.
Well, here we are for our 4th time hosting Christmas in Washington, and this has really become a great tradition for our family. And there's great acts this year. Vanessa Hudgens, Alan Jackson, Katherine McPhee, Andrea Bocelli.
And let's not forget the president.
This benefits the National Children's Medical Center. We could not be more excited, and we're ready to get going. This is the genius. This is the guy that puts it all together right here.
Yes. You guys, 20 minutes till showtime.
20 minutes? That's pretty good work for 20 minutes.
20 minutes. I think I did a pretty good job.
I was talking about me.
Oh.
Get a load of this dress. I'm wearing Versace. I didn't even have anything to wear until 10 days ago. Found this in a magazine. They only made 3 of them, and my size was in Europe. So, of course, they overnighted it. I got it in time to have it fitted, and here I am tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, DrPhil and Robin McGraw.
Well, good evening, everyone, and a really special greeting to the children of Washington, D.C., who have come here tonight with their moms and dads to get a head start on the holiday season. Everything went great, don't you think?
Yeah, it went really well.
She is as sweet in person as she is on camera. This is a command performance from my son, Jordan. He's 21, he's a songwriter. See, Jordan, I know some cool people, I know some cool dudes. Santa Claus is coming to town. So what's it mean to you to come here and sing at Christmas for this children's hospital?
It's a great time to give back and see kids smile.
And this Christmas will be.
The show is really rolling right now, and I've listened to Andrea Bocelli. The guy is a master. Here's a personal favorite of mine, Alan Jackson.
Let it be Christmas everywhere.
It's just so fun to sit in the front row and look up there and see a man that I admire so much because, I mean, honestly, Alan Jackson has the most pure voice of any country music singer you'll listen to.
Did you notice who the host was?
Uh-huh.
What do you think about singing for the president?
It's always on.
It's not bad for a couple of country boys that they asked us to come here. This may be the best ever. What do you think?
I think it may be the best ever. We got a little country, we got a little rock and roll.
It really starts the holiday season, so I hope everybody watches. Well, this for us has become a great tradition. It really kicks off the holiday season for us, don't you think?
Yes,
yes. You go there and it's all decorated and beautiful, and the music is absolutely terrific.
Yes, don't miss it. Christmas in Washington.
So, now, thank you. Thank you. One lady's very excited about this. But you know, we have fun at the holidays.
Yes.
But for everybody, it's not that way, as we've been talking about earlier today. Sometimes it gets hectic around our house.
Oh, yes.
Because we have 2 boys, and so they're friends. Everybody's in at Christmas, and then family and stuff like that. But you have kind of a ritual. I mean,
do.
when things get a little heated, she just kind of moonwalks out of the kitchen.
I
or
sure
something and
do.
disappears.
I do.
So where do you go?
You know, I go up to my own bathroom and I
Which I'm
close
not
the
allowed
door.
in.
No, not at this time, especially. I
Yeah.
close the door, I turn on my own little TV that's right near the tub, run a bubble bath. I just get in, just kind of lose myself in my favorite show. Sometimes I turn on the music channel, but it's heaven.
Yeah, but the idea is you're getting away by yourself.
Yes.
And do you watch the DrPhil show when you're up there?
Yes, dear, I do.
Yeah.
Sure. And you know what? I think because it's Christmas time, everyone here should be able to do the same thing and have their own personal TV to get lost in as well.
Yeah?
Yes, so I want everyone here to have one.
So Best Buy is giving everyone an Insignia 15-inch LCD HD TV. And Insignia products are custom designed. These are custom designed especially for Best Buy customers. There's a built-in HD TV tuner, and it can even double as a PC monitor. Okay? So, Tammy, we'll make sure that you get one, of course. Since you just have a black and white that came out of the dumpster. I promise you, this is from Best Buy. It's not from the dumpster, it's from Best Buy. All right, we'll be right back. Well, I think they like your Best Buy TV. We were talking about how she ducks away at Christmas and has her own personal little TV, and she did say today, she said, well, I want to give everybody one. So I said, okay. So we appreciate it. Listen, make the holidays happy. You never know how many you have left. You never know how many of the people you love have left. So please think about making these holidays safe and happy for you and everybody. So long. We'll see you soon.
Do you have a story or a question for me? Click the link in the description and tell me what in the world is going on.